Syria's president is demanding that rebels stop all attacks before any peace process moves forward. This after 2 Syrian colonels were killed in the northern part of the country. Meantime, Turkey is getting ready to host another summit on the fighting, but the country is also preparing for a surge in Syrian refugees. The United Nations reports that ongoing violence there has claimed 8,000 lives and displaced thousands more. CCTV's Natalie Carney has more from Istanbul.
Turkey shares a 550-mile border with Syria. Intensified fighting in Turkey's northwestern province of Idlib has increased the number of Syrians heading north into Turkey. Reports from both the United Nations and Human Rights Watch accuses both armed rebels and government forces of torturing people, including children. Juan, a cartoonist, left Syria 3 months ago, fearful of what his drawings might invite.
أنا برسام كرتون من 10-11 سنة موضوع قديم كتير برسم كل أنواع الكاريكاتير.
I have been drawing caricatures for 11 years, but after the revolution they took on a new meaning.
الوطني.
He came to Istanbul but kept on drawing editorial cartoons, his own way of opposing the armed conflict in Syria.
يعني كل لايك عم تجي عم بحسها مو لإلي اللايك.
I started drawing images against the violence, not necessarily against the politics, and people started to get used to my cartoons and liked them, sharing them. It made me very happy.
According to the United Nations, roughly 30,000 Syrians have crossed into neighboring Turkey, Lebanon and Jordan.
Turkish officials say as many as 700 Syrians reach the border every single day. Turkey has provided a safe haven for more than 17,000 refugees over the year-long conflict. Many of them make their way up here to Istanbul. However, many more still stay in refugee camps along the border and are taken care of by the Turkish government.
The latest official figures from the Turkish government show that as of October 2011, a total of $12 million has been spent in government assistance for Syrian refugees. While the current cost to Ankara may be manageable now, with no end to the Syrian conflict in sight, Turkey could be facing a much higher bill to provide food and shelter for Syria's refugees.
This is a huge economy, about a $700 billion economy. So, I mean, the impact it's doing on the Turkish economy right now is marginal. But the Turkish government is worried that the refugees could increase later on. Then it could get much more difficult, just both in terms of cost and also in terms of organization.
Another concern is the toll the conflict is having on trade. In 2010, imports and exports between Turkey and Syria came in around $2.5 billion. Today, it's a fraction of that, due in part to bilateral sanctions and increased tariffs.
The drop is huge. For example, you are seeing the decrease at more than 50%.